Good evening, everybody. It is April 26th, and this is day 7 of our readings with A Minute with God, for men. And so today's reading is about distress. So the author writes, "What should I do when I am distressed? Certain actions have predictable reactions. If you try to stop a speeding car with your bare hands, you will get run over. Of course, we would never do this. But the Bible talks about another kind of act that has a predictable consequence: sin. God's word makes it clear that sin always hurts us because it separates us from God, our source of mercy and blessing, and puts us in the shadow of the enemy. Giving in to temptation puts us right in the middle of the road where evil hurtles toward us at high speed. Being run over by the consequences of sin cause great distress in our lives. Not all distress is caused by our sinful actions. But the next time you are distressed, as the people of Israel were, your first response should be to check your heart and your actions to see if there are areas of your life in which you are giving in to sin. Then get off the road of temptation before the consequences of sin run you over. Return to the Lord and cry for his mercy. God has a soft spot for humble and repentant people." And God's response comes from Judges chapter 2, verses 11 and 12 and 14 and 15. "The Israelites did what was evil in the Lord's sight. They abandoned the Lord. He sold them to their enemies all around, and they were no longer able to resist them. Every time Israel went out to battle, the Lord fought against them, bringing them defeat, just as he promised. And the people were very distressed." And in God's response, we find that in Psalm 57, verse 2. "I cry out to God Most High, to God who will fulfill his promise for me." So basically, God's promise to us is stay away from sin, and he will promise us everlasting life. Simple as that. I mean, it's not much more plain than that. So, in closing tonight, I come to you guys with a very heavy heart. As I was mentioning the friends of mine on our last video that have always been have been an inspiration to me in doing this, I mentioned one couple, Johnny and Christine at Gillum Farms. I want you to take a minute and say a prayer for that family tonight, because they are hurting. I won't go into any detail out of respect for their privacy, but they lost a loved one in their family over this weekend, and is a tragic loss. And it's our hearts are breaking for these people right now. They were very close to this young man, and it's just a senseless tragedy. So please say a prayer for them and let God lift them up and hold them close. So thank you for joining me as always. And sorry I'm so late in getting this out. I've had a really busy weekend, and so anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow. All right, take care of one another. Peace.